I feel like if it was Christian, I believe that's the young man's name, that was on camera assaulting Sha'Carri and put.
Okay, but I'm sorry, it's not me. Okay, talk to him. No, ma'am, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. Do not talk to me like that. Do not talk to me like that. Tell him.
So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian Coleman puts me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri. Have no problem with letting you know who I am. Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped and emotional. I'm just like, bet you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my position. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that showed that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem with you guys. Right. Mm-hmm.
Was there any type of physical?
I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest. No, I haven't hit him with anything.
She tried to get him arrested in the airport. And the only reason she didn't get him arrested, because when you're in the airport, everything's under surveillance.
So Christian Coleman's mom just turned the whole Christian Sha'Carri drama into a new level of chaos because she straight up confronted Sha'Carri over that airport fight. And word is, things got explosive. Once the raw, uncut footage of Christian and Sha'Carri's meltdown leaked online, the internet went crazy. But for Christian's mom, it wasn't just embarrassing, it was terrifying. That video didn't just show them acting wild and toxic, it proved her biggest fear. Her son is stuck in a messy situation, and it looks like he doesn't even know how to get out. Now people are asking, is Christian's mom overstepping, or is she the only one bold enough to step in and pull him out before it's too late? See, Dr. Daphne Coleman has never played when it comes to her son, and anyone who knows her will tell you the same. So of course, she wasn't about to sit back and let Sha'Carri get away with putting hands on Christian. That just wasn't happening. But here's where it gets shocking. The way Dr. Coleman pulled up on Sha'Carri wasn't some soft mom talk. Nope. She showed up blazing, with fire in her eyes and venom in her words. She wasn't there to ask questions or beg for explanations. This was a woman on a mission, ready to snatch her son out of a toxic storm no matter who stood in the way. So Sha'Carri didn't back down for a second. She stood face to face with Christian's mother, daring her to actually follow through on those threats. Witnesses say the tension was so thick, they locked eyes for a solid 3 minutes, both of them ready to explode. It got so intense, people swore hands were about to fly at any second. Luckily, it never went full-on physical, but the room was left shaking from the energy. What really cut deep, though, wasn't the threats of calling the cops or demanding Sha'Carri leave Christian alone. No, it was that one line Christian's mom threw out that shut the whole house down. I always knew you were bad news from the moment Christian got with you, and now you've proven me right. That one sentence stuck like a knife, and it sparked a whole new round of questions. Were there warning signs about Sha'Carri's behavior from the very beginning? Did Christian's mom see the red flags but bite her tongue just to keep the peace? Or was she ignored because their relationship looked picture perfect to the outside world? Here's the context you need. Back in 2023, Christian and Sha'Carri were painted as the golden sports couple. On social media and in the spotlight, they were number relationship goals, the fast-rising track star with the Olympic champion. But not everybody was celebrating. The loudest skeptic? Christian's mom, Dr. Daphne Coleman. Now, Daphne didn't start off hating Sha'Carri or trying to block her son's happiness. But even in those early days, she clocked some things that didn't sit right. From day one, the clash was clear. Christian and Sha'Carri just weren't cut from the same cloth. And to Daphne, those differences weren't just quirks. They were warning signs flashing in neon. The moment her son got tied up with Sha'Carri, she swore something about it felt off. And sure enough, the little details started stacking up. Details that made her believe this wasn't love, it was control. Reports say Daphne would notice how Christian suddenly couldn't make family visits unless Sha'Carri gave the green light. Dates with his parents canceled last minute because Sha'Carri needed him. And when anyone in the family dared to criticize her, Christian didn't just defend his girl. He snapped back so hard it looked less like love and more like fear. Then came the strangest part. those phone calls. Daphne would dial her son, only for Sha'Carri herself to answer and refuse to let him speak. Add it all up, and you've got one massive red flag waving in the wind. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just Mom who saw it. Everyone around them felt something wasn't right. Siblings, friends, even teammates started whispering. And then came that viral moment. Remember the cryptic post athletes from Team USA started reposting a while back? The one that said, "You'll be so much happier when you accept that some people just aren't right for us, no matter how badly we want them to be." At the time, it seemed like just a motivational quote. But now, it looks like they were sending Christian a public SOS. Nobody really knows what sparked that fight in the first place, but once the raw footage leaked, it was clear this wasn't just another couple having drama. It was everything Daphne Coleman had been warning about finally caught on camera. And the most chilling part? Christian's body language. He didn't look shocked, he didn't act confused, he moved like a man who had been here before. Watch closely, and you'll see it. Sha'Carri keeps shoving him as he tries to walk away, and instead of fighting back, he just absorbs it, like it's nothing new. That told the story louder than any statement ever could. The footage ripped the mask off Sha'Carri's image, exposing her true colors for the world to see. Because let's not forget, before this, she had already tried flipping the script and painting herself as the victim. After she got cuffed, the unedited police cam footage dropped, and suddenly we all saw how messy things really got from her side. At first, Sha'Carri played it cool, calling it just a regular fight between partners. But the second she realized she was about to be hauled off, she flipped instantly. She started lashing out at Christian, calling him names, even labeling him a coward for not stopping her arrest. And then it got uglier. She went on a full-blown rant, blaming him for everything and even claiming he was the one who laid hands on her. After being exposed, Sha'Carri went quiet, but the real twist came from Christian himself. Instead of distancing from the chaos, he shocked everyone by stepping out as her public defender. Like we all literally just watched her put hands on him, yet here he was in an interview preaching about giving her grace and forgiveness. According to Christian, she needs help and deserves the chance to get it without facing harsh consequences for what she did. And that right there was the breaking point for his mother, Dr. Daphne Coleman. Up until then, she knew things were bad, but hearing her own son defend someone who had just humiliated and hurt him publicly, that was the final straw. What made it worse was his body language. When Christian spoke about her, he didn't sound like a man protecting his love. He looked like a man terrified to step out of line. Fans saw it too. The second that interview aired, people noticed he couldn't even look straight into the camera. It wasn't just words coming out of his mouth, it was like watching someone shrink in real time. Every sentence sounding forced, like it had been rehearsed under pressure. And for anyone ready to say Daphne was being dramatic, she wasn't alone. Thousands of fans were saying the same thing, that Christian looked like a man trapped. Comments flooded in, with people warning him, "If she hit you once in public, best believe she'll do it again." Another fan called it plain. "You're about to be her punching bag. She already threw you under the bus with the cops and now you're still protecting her?" Now here's the thing. If you get caught on camera putting your hands on your man and then trying to flip the script as the victim, the bare minimum people expect is a real apology. Fans thought Sha'Carri would finally own up. Christian's mother thought she'd take responsibility and at least try to repair the damage. But nope, that's not what happened at all. Instead, Sha'Carri dropped a so-called apology video that lasted barely a minute. And honestly, it felt like a slap in the face to Christian and his whole family. She claimed she was taking accountability and self-reflecting, but her body language said otherwise. She was literally grinning through the whole thing, smiling like it was a casual Instagram story instead of a serious apology. Fans couldn't believe it. The smirk said louder than words that she wasn't taking the situation seriously at all. And just when you thought she couldn't make it worse, she poured more gas on the fire with a follow-up apology in her Instagram stories, directed straight at Christian. The post read, "I apologize to Christian. He came into my life and gave me more than a relationship, but a greater understanding of unconditional love. From my past trauma and pain, I was blind and blocked off to not only receive it, but to give it. I love him, and to him, I can't apologize enough. My apologies should be just as loud as my actions, honestly louder. To Christian, I love you and I am so sorry." What kind of pathetic PR stunt was that supposed to be? Fans were already dragging Sha'Carri for her fake apologies, but if Christian's mom was furious before, these half-baked sorries sent her over the edge. So what did Dr. Daphne Coleman do? She pulled her son aside and told him straight, dump Sha'Carri before it's too late. And just to make sure the world knew how serious she was, Daphne went online and started reposting cryptic IG stories, including one that hit hard. No matter how good you think it is, there's always better out there. Choose yourself. That was the moment Daphne stopped being quiet in the background. She went from warning her son in private to blasting coded messages for everyone to see, making it crystal clear she was done sitting on the sidelines. Meanwhile, Christian, he vanished. No new posts, no statements, no more public defenses. The only thing people caught was him boarding a flight out of the country, and then silence, total blackout. And Sha'Carri, the girl who could never stop talking, suddenly had nothing to say. No races, no cameras, no updates, just radio silence, which only made fans wonder, what's really going on behind closed doors? If Christian is truly finished with her, why was he defending her so hard just days ago? If Daphne's right, and this wasn't the first time, how many times has it really gone down off camera? And most of all, if Sha'Carri's silence means she's plotting her next move, what kind of bombshell is she about to drop when the whole world has already turned against her? Like, share, comment, and subscribe, because this story is far from over, and the next chapter could be the most shocking one yet.